$207 million. This is the amount of money that was spent last year on abdominal exercise equipment sold through infomercials. Aside from the fact that a few wealthy marketers are cleaning up big time on the sweat and dreams of all the sculpted ab hopefuls out there, this tells us one thing: six-pack abs are in high demand. It's no secret that virtually every single person out there, even those who aren't involved in bodybuilding and fitness, desire a flat, tight, and well-defined midsection. Six-pack abs are at the top on most people's list of priorities in the gym, and everyone seems to be on a mission to get them. How do most people go about this? They perform endless sets of sit-ups and crunches, training their abs 3, 4, or even more times in the gym per week, slaving away on sets of 50 to 100 reps or more. They pop back their thermogenic fat loss pills, and then they wait for the results to come. Unfortunately, for the vast majority of trainees, those results never show up in any significant form. Why? It's because almost everyone out there is structuring their six-pack ab program based on a false premise. And that false premise is the myth of spot reduction. The spot reduction myth is one of the most common misconceptions in the entire fitness industry and results in endless hours of wasted training time around the world. Simply put, spot reduction implies that it is possible to target fat loss from specific areas of the body by training them with resistance. For example, spot reduction would imply that training your biceps with weights will burn fat off of your bicep area, or that training your chest with weights will burn fat off of your chest area. The truth is that this notion of targeting fat loss from specific areas of the body is downright false, illogical, and untrue. Let me clear this up once and for all. You cannot target fat loss from a specific area of your body. Let me repeat that again because it's so important. You cannot target fat loss from a specific area of your body. When you train your body with weights, all you are doing is stimulating the specific muscle groups involved in the movement, but this stimulation has no effect on the stored body fat in and around that particular area. Fat loss only occurs on a holistic level. In other words, when the body is stimulated to burn fat through proper diet and cardiovascular exercise, it will burn fat from the entire body as a whole. You have no control over this, and there is no way to stimulate fat to be burned from specific areas of the body by training them with weights. So, what does all of this have to do with achieving six-pack abs? Well, everything. You see, everyone already has a six-pack. The problem is that for most people, it's simply hidden underneath a layer of fat. This layer of fat causes the midsection to appear soft, smooth, and protrusive. However, underneath that layer of fat are the abdominal muscles, and causing these muscles to appear flat, defined, and separated is a simple matter of removing, or more accurately, significantly decreasing, the layer of fat sitting on top of them, as well as the layer of fat behind them surrounding the internal organs. The layer of fat lying on top is known as subcutaneous fat, that is, the fat directly underneath the skin, and the layer of fat behind them is known as visceral fat, that is, the fat that surrounds the internal organs. Now, since spot reduction is flat out impossible, and since there is no way to specifically target abdominal fat through exercise, we can conclude that carving out six-pack abs has very little to do with the specific ab exercises that you perform. Rather, achieving a set of flat, sculpted, and defined six-pack abs is for the most part a simple product of your bottom line body fat percentage. If you're following a sensible weight training and cardio routine and a proper fat loss diet that focuses on burning fat from your entire body, flat and defined abdominals are just one of the many things that come with it. On the other hand, if your overall body fat levels are too high, no amount of abdominal exercise in the world can save you, and until your overall body fat percentage is low enough, those six-pack abs you desire will continue to be out of reach. The bottom line? Any program that claims to deliver six-pack abs is essentially a fat loss program, because the only surefire way to sculpt out the impressive abdominals you're after is to gradually lose fat from your entire body. As you lose fat from your entire body, your stomach will continue to flatten out, and the layer of fat underneath the skin will continue to melt away, revealing those impressive abdominals that were there all along but simply couldn't be seen. Now, this isn't to say that specific abdominal training isn't needed, as it is certainly still part of a complete weight training program. Here are 5 quick tips for implementing proper abdominal training into your routine. Number 1, train your abs directly 1 to 2 times per week. The abs need time to recover and grow just like all other muscle groups, and because they are stimulated indirectly on virtually every exercise you perform in the gym, they don't require a lot of direct work. Number 2, perform each set using a rep range of about 8 to 15. You would never train your chest or your biceps using 50 to 100 reps, so why train your abs that way? Again, the abdominals are just like all other muscles and therefore should be trained in the same fashion. Number 3, perform between 3 to 6 total direct abdominal sets per workout. As long as you train hard, you do not need to perform an endless number of sets. Keep in mind that since the abs are constantly being worked when you perform all of your other exercises, they don't need a large amount of direct work. I don't see any reason at all why anyone would need to perform more than 6 direct sets for their abdominals per workout. Number 4, focus on basic, straightforward exercises. You don't need any fancy workout gadgets or revolutionary techniques to get an optimal abdominal workout. Stick to basic, straightforward movements such as weighted crunches, rope crunches, Swiss ball crunches, weighted leg raises, hanging leg raises, and Swiss ball leg raises in order to get the best results. And number 5, train with a high level of intensity. The abdominals respond to muscular overload just like all other muscle groups, and in order to get them to respond, you must be willing to train hard. If the last 1 to 2 reps of each set are not extremely difficult to perform, you're simply wasting your time. As you can see, abdominal training is very basic and straightforward, and there is no need to get fancy or overcomplicate things. Training your abs is certainly important, but it simply needs to be understood that direct abdominal training is merely being used to develop the abdominal muscles, and is not helping you to burn off the fat stores in and around your midsection, which is by far the most important overall factor. If you want to learn all of the details behind structuring the absolute most effective and efficient fat burning program possible, just click the link in the description box to visit my personal website. There you can sign up for my free online fat burning email course entitled 6 Critical Keys to Rapid Fat Loss Revealed, where I uncover all kinds of useful training, nutrition, and supplementation techniques that will help you melt off body fat and achieve a lean, impressive body as quickly as possible. You'll also gain instant download access to the first 2 chapters of my hugely popular fat loss ebook, The Truth About Burning Fat, which is a complete step-by-step guide to losing body fat and defining your muscles without fad diets or bogus supplements of any kind. Go ahead and click the link in the description box, and I'll see you next time.